we're gonna try to go to the Thames River sightseeing cruise. So we have a 2 o'clock ticket, but it's almost 1 o'clock, so we're gonna see if we can get on this cruise and get it started to beat the rain. As you say, as you all know, we started at the Buckingham Palace. It was nice and sunny, and then it started raining, and then now it's back sunny. Well, right now it's cloudy here, so we're gonna see how this one goes. So, and I know they're flexible, they say, so hopefully we won't have a problem. So we're headed to Gate B to take our little cruise. Yeah. Guess we are early. We just got on the boat. Ryan has to get his chips and soda.
They didn't have any fish, so he's got chips. It's both like that.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look. The Elizabeth Tower. So I forgot the name of those little 3 chimney thing again. He says that's the most bulletproof, fireproof, whatever building ever stood in London. Forgot the name. And then of course we always call him Big Ben, but that's actually Elizabeth Tower and the Parliament right there. That's a nice view up here. And then I guess that's the Westminster Bridge. Is that right? Huh? I better look it up. Yeah. And then that one, I think it's Whitehall. Is that right? Huh? Westminster Bridge? Okay, I think that's Whitehall. And of course, the famous London Eye.
Now, as I was building the boat, a lady did ask me if we would do the commentary. I can do that for you. I'm just standing to the right of the wheelhouse. But if I do make any mistakes, I'm not a professional tour guide, so please bear with me. If you look to your right hand side now, you'll see the London Eye Millennium Wheel. It's the 3rd largest observational wheel anywhere in the world. It takes 30 minutes to do 1 round turn. We've been told it's been the biggest tourist attraction anywhere in Europe over the last few years. We've also recently been told you can get married on the London Eye. Now what you do is you meet the vicar or priest at the bottom, you carry out your ceremony to the top, and once you reach the top they stop the eye, you're officially pronounced husband and wife. I wouldn't recommend it though folks, it's all pretty much downhill from there. If you look behind us on the left hand side, you can see the Golden Eagle. Now this is a memorial to all our airmen and women who lost their lives during the Second World War. The bridge in front of us now, folks, is the Charing Cross Railway Bridge. The only place on the river that you will pass between 2 railway systems. Beneath the river, at this point, we have the Bakerloo and the northern lines from the London Underground system. The ladies done a very good job on this bridge. They faced it with a very expensive Portland stone. So when it rains in London, which is 90% of the time, the face of the bridge cleans itself. It's also the only bridge to span the River Thames that was built on time and under budget. So well done, the girls. Well done. In front of us on the left hand side, the large white building with a small green dome in the centre. it is Somerset House. It's where we used to hold all births, marriages and death certificates. It used to be known as Hatcham, Matcham and Dispatcham. It's now owned by Catcham, the Inland Revenue. Funnel. It is the HQS Wellington. She saw action during the Second World War. She was running supplies across the Atlantic disguised as a hospital ship. If you keep looking in front of us on the left hand side, just above the Wellington, you will see the Temple Archway. This is the boundary line between the city of Westminster, we are now about to leave, and the city of London, we are about to enter. In front of us on the right hand side you'll see the red brick building with the Oxo Tower. It's famous for the gravy stock cube. Many years ago it was illegal to advertise along the banks of the River Thames. What Oxo did is they come up with a very clever idea. They installed their logo into the shape of windows. Of the night when they turn their lights on, the word Oxo will shine red over most of London. In front of us on the left hand side, the white building with a green sloping roof. It's the old City of London School for Boys. Lord Asquith had a short spell at the school before moving on to higher education. The bridge in front of us is the Blackfriars Bridge. If you look to the support columns of this bridge, or either side of the archway, you will notice that they have been built to look like the pulpits of a church. Now that was under the express wish of Queen Victoria. The next bridge we're going to pass beneath is the Blackfriars Bridge. The only bridge to span the River Thames where you can enter from the north and south side of the railway station. Okay folks, as we pass through the bridge, if you look to your left hand side, you see the large dome and golden cross of St Paul's Cathedral. It stands at 365 feet tall. That is 1 foot for each day of the year. It has the second largest unsupported cathedral dome anywhere in Europe. It took 35 years to build and is said to be Sir Christopher Wren's masterpiece. Just in front of us on the right hand side you'll see the brown brick building with a tall chimney. That is the old Bankside power station. It's It's now being converted into the Tate Modern Art Gallery. They show contemporary and modern art. It's completely free to go and have a walk around that building. Now if you was to go and have a walk around that building, you would completely understand why it is free. They show great modern art, such as half a cow in a jar, a bit of scrunched up newspaper, and a light bulb that flashes on and off. So I would highly recommend it. What a fantastic day out. In front of us is the Millennium Bridge, otherwise known as the Blade of Light. It was designed by Sir Norman Foster. Now it is said if you have a wave to the people up on this bridge, just give them a little wave. It's said if they wave back to you, it is, of course, 5 years of bad luck. Of course, I'm only joking, folks. It's 5 years of good luck.
That's the bridge I was talking about, walking across.
Just in front of us on the
but
right hand side, you'll see the white circular building with the brown thatched roof.
Oh yeah, that's the...
It's the new Shakespears Globe Theatre. It's a replica of Shakespeare's old Globe. You can go over there today and watch an old Shakespearean play being reenacted. Anything like Romeo and Juliet, or one of the other good ones as well. Oh yes, Hamlet. That's my favourite. The bridge directly in front of us is the Southwark Bridge. It is the least used bridge to span the River Thames. That's because the approach roads are so well hidden into the back streets and one-way systems of London. Not many Londoners actually know that this bridge exists. So if you do see someone on this bridge, give them a little wave, because they are most certainly lost. That man standing up there is on Google Maps trying to find his way off the bridge. As we pass through the bridge, we're directly in front of us to the right hand side. You see that it dominating the skyline is the Shard of Glass. It's the tallest building in Western Europe. It stands at 1,016 feet tall. On the 72nd floor of the Shard there is a viewing gallery. You can go up there and get lovely views over London at not so lovely prices. It's about £30 an adult to go up there. It was opened in 1973 by Her Majesty the Queen. The one before this now stands in the Arizona desert across a man-made lake called Lake Hudson. Now a good photo opportunity, folks. As we pass through the bridge, look to your left-hand side, you'll see engraved into the stone the words London Bridge. It's a quite good photo opportunity. In front of us on the left-hand side, you see the yellow brick building with the grey rounded roof. It was the old Billingsgate Fish Market. Now there was a fish market stood on this site for over 900 years. It has now moved further downstream to the Isle of Dogs. A very famous man once started his career inside of that building. He was 15, going by the name of Morris Micklewhite. He then later on changed his name and his profession. He is now known as Sir Michael Tate. Not a lot of people do that. In front of us, you'll see the large grey warship, the HMS Belfast. She has 12 guns, 6 at forward and 6 at aft, capable of firing a 102-pound shell up to 14 land miles. Now, if the Belfast was to fire her guns in anger, she could hit targets in places such as Croydon, Kew and Dartford, 14 miles away. Unfortunately, my ex-girlfriend lives 15 miles away, just outside of Dartford. The Belfast has 7 different decks to explore, right the way from the navigational bridge to the engine room. She was built in Belfast in the Harland and Wolff shipyard, the same shipyard that built the ill-fated Titanic. In front of us on the left-hand side, behind the trees, you'll see the world-famous Tower of London. That's where you'll find 4 towers and a flagpole. It's known as the Norman's Keep or the White Tower. It dates back to 1078. There's been many things in this time, including a royal mint, a royal zoo, a royal observatory, a royal fortress and a place of execution. Now, the last 2 people to actually be imprisoned in the tower was the Craze brothers. They was only in there overnight as they went AWOL from the army. If you look directly in front of us, you will see the gateway to London, Tower Bridge. Centre spans of the bridge both weigh in the region of 1,100 tonnes. They could be raised into the upright position in just under 90 seconds. They failed to open once and once only, and that was on the opening ceremony when a ship hit the bridge. Hey folks, as we pass through the bridge very shortly, we'll be making our way into St Catherine's Pier through the tower. Anyone on board will circular cruise tickets, golden tours and Tower Bridge key. This is where you leave us. You can catch a returning boat from here back to Westminster.
Hey guys, so this video is about the Thames River Cruise. So I'm gonna video as much as I can so you can see what I'm seeing, and it's pretty much gonna be a long video, but bear with me. This is the whole river cruise pretty much that you're gonna see on the Thames River in London. Stay tuned. Stay till the end. That's all I could say. And we're gonna end up in Greenwich.
To your right hand side, you'll see there St Saviour's dock. Now this is where they filmed Oliver Twist. It's where Fagin had his lair of pickpocket boy thieves. It's where he would have found Jacob's Island. It's where Bill Sykes come to his very sticky end. Either side of us now, you'll see the houseboats. It's become so expensive to live along the banks of the river. What a lot of people do is they go out to Holland, buy these houseboats and Dutch barges. They bring them back to London and convert them into their own floating boats. It is a much cheaper way to live along the banks of the river. And if you don't get on with your neighbours, you can simply cut their ropes at the night and let them drift away. Now, I've had 5 new neighbours in the past 2 weeks.
Walking. So it's a floating police force. There you go, that's the floating police force.
Ladies and gents, if we've got any Americans on board, any Americans at all, place of interest in front of us to the right hand side, you will see an American and Union flag flying just outside of a little white pub. called the Mayflower. It was named after the Mayflower pilgrim ship. The Mayflower set sail from this point, sailed around to Plymouth to pick up the pilgrim fathers, and then sailed on to the New World we now know as America. If you look to the roof of the pub, there is a small renegade. That is a replica of the Mayflower ship. In front of us on the left hand side you'll see the orange brick apartments built on the site of Free Trade Wharf. During the Plague of London those ships would come up the river full of catching the plague. Except for one country, that was the Dutch. Nowadays when the Dutch come up the river they don't pay like bill fees or anything like that. That is also said to be said where the saying comes from, Dutch courage. Ladies and gents, if you're ever lucky enough to be able to afford an apartment along the banks of the River Thames, get one. In front of us on the right hand side you'll see it says Globe Wharf. It's got a red crane just outside of the apartments. These are actually better than any of the apartments you can get nowadays. They are built on 18 inches of solid brick. Called Limehouse Marina. If you was to take a small boat up through the entrance, there is over 2,000 miles of inland waterways. It would take you right up to Manchester. They say it can take you about 3 weeks to get to Manchester. We think it can take you 3 years. There is a pub at every lock. Now there is over 300 pubs en route to Manchester. Some people make their way up through that entrance and never return. Two small white apartment buildings. Now if you look just before the white apartments, there's a small brown pub called The Grapes. It has 3 wooden balconies or 1 Canada Square. The area is all called Canary Wharf because this is where ships used to come over from the Canary Islands, hence the name Canary Wharf. Now just in front of us on the right hand side you'll see there that it says Columbia Wharf. Now you may have noticed this word a lot along the banks of the River Thames. What this word actually means is warehouse at riverfront. Warehouse at riverfront. If you look in front of us now, on either side of the boat, you will notice this part of the river is all the old warehouses which have already been converted into luxury apartments. So other than the price of property, there ain't really much for me to talk about this part of the river. So I'm just going to have a short break in the commentary. We'll be approaching Greenwich within the next 10 minutes or so. Once we have Greenwich in our sights, I'll pick the commentary back up, tell you everything I know about Greenwich and also about the returning boat times. Just a short word about the commentary, folks. As I said earlier on in the tower, you most probably noticed by now I'm not a professional tour guide, I'm only a member of the crew. We're doing commentaries hopefully to make your journey a bit more enjoyable, hopefully even interesting. So we'd like to show any appreciation. Once we reach Greenwich Pier and you exit the boat, I'll be standing there with the captain's commentary bucket. It's free of charge to enter. If you look on the right hand side, you'll see the 3 tall mast to the Cutty Sark. The Cutty Sark was one of the fastest tier-ball vessels of her time. She can achieve speeds of up to 17 knots. Also in Greenwich there are 3 antique markets and over 40 pubs. Now a lot of people tend to ask me what the best pub in Greenwich is. We usually say the one closest to the pier. That is the Gypsy Moth just behind the closer. Times of returning boats are every 30 minutes throughout the day. That's 20 to the hour and 10 past the hour. The last returning boat will be at 10 past 5. Now if I could ask you all to please stay in your seats until the boat is safely alongside the pier. If you are leaving us, please use this time to check amongst yourselves. Make sure you've got all your personal belongings. Don't leave anything behind that could spoil your day. And as I said earlier on, if you want to show any appreciation for my boat's always moving.
I better stand here and not let somebody get to the
Alright, we made it off the boat. That took us about an hour. Relaxing little cruise. So if y'all like this video, please subscribe to East West Picayune. Thumbs up. Please comment down below. I appreciate that. So it will help my algorithm. Anyway, so here we are, Greenwich Pier. Till next time. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Yep, there it is.